Hello and welcome to Simuvision. In this video, today we will learn how to make liveries in X-Plane 11. In other words, how to repaint your aircraft. It's super simple and very easy. So without wasting more time, let's get going. Today we'll be doing our paint job on this fully white Cessna and convert it to this Simuvision Cal 192 beautiful paint job, and we'll also do the registration number on the wings. So let's get started. Initially we'll be opening our Google Chrome or whatever browser you're using, and we'll go to Google and we will text in DXTBMP. Hold on, yep. And we'll search for the result DXTBMP texture tool. So let's click on this particular one and it will take us to the website of DXTBMP application. We'll scroll down all the way to the bottom of this page and we'll see there is a link for download. We'll use this link, we'll click on it to download our application. If you can see, it shows me one here because I've already downloaded before and installed it. But once it is downloaded, you can either click on the up arrow key here and you can go to show in folder, or just click the download. You have to press run and install the application as per details, but I'll cancel it because I have already installed it. So let's go to the application here. If you see, we'll have this application open. We'll click open and we'll go to X-Plane 11 folder, wherever it is on your computer. Click on aircrafts and Laminar Research, and this is a list of aircrafts we have in it. So currently we'll be using the Cessna 172 SP folder. So we're going to click it. We'll go to liveries. And in this folder you can see all the aircrafts available. Like I made this Cal 192. Similarly, what we can do is right now, let's cancel this one up here. And open our Windows File Explorer. We'll go to the X-Plane 11, we'll go to the aircrafts, Laminar Research, we'll go to the particular aircraft, and we go to the liveries. And in here you can see it says full white. We're gonna select this and we'll say Control C or click right button and go to copy. We'll copy it, click anywhere on the screen and paste it. We can press Ctrl V for that. You'll see the file name is along with the copy. We'll rename it here. We can press F2 for that too, and let's rename it. Okay, so, oops, sorry about that. Let's rename sample texture. That would be best, right? Texture. So we made this folder called sample texture. Now we'll close this and go back to our application DXTBMP and open the same X-Plane location. Go to Laminar Research, aircrafts, Laminar Research, and we'll go to Cessna. Here in liveries, you can see the sample texture aircraft is here as well. Let's double click on that folder and then you'll see there is an objects folder within. Let's click it on that, and here are the DDS files. They are special files for the textures of the aircraft. Let's open the fuselage here, and you'll see the DDS file texture is being loaded on this particular application. Once it is loaded, we will have to take it into our photo editor, whatever you use. I love to use Photoshop, So we're gonna see this particular livery being loaded onto the Photoshop. To do that, you have to either let's go down here. It's here. Send to the Photoshop one. So we'll go send to the editor. We'll click this and we will open Photoshop. If you can see on the right side, we have an icon for the Photoshop. And this livery gets opened. Okay, so as it is loaded now, we'll go, first we have to do is to make sure that we are saving this as a PSD file. So we'll go to File, Save As, and then because we are in the same folder right now, we can save it as sample texture. I had saved it earlier, so that's why it shows me the file. So we'll save it as sample texture. It's recommended that you save it as the same folder name. So let's save it. Now the benefit of this is that just in case you are making any changes to it in the future or want to add something, or so you can just use it as a normal PSD file. Okay, so once we have done this, we'll try to open well, let's see, I had made cal, so there was a background I used. I'll use this background. We want to put this in here, so it gives that beautiful texture image to it. So what we can do is we can select this one, press Ctrl A to select it all, press Ctrl C to copy it, and let's go back here. Now before we paste it, we should do something here. So we don't need this anymore right now, so we can close it. We can close it, and let's enlarge it. And though this is just a rough one, so you'll have an idea. So we'll go to this magic wand. We'll click on this one and select the area what we want to use to put this in. So I'm selecting this. You can press Shift. You see there is a plus sign under the magic wand icon. So to add that particular area, you can use that. And in here, and in here, and in here, and in here, all the place where we want it to be. Okay. So once we have selected the area, you can see roughly we have selected this area. We'll go to Edit and we'll press Paste Special. And in Paste Special, we'll have Paste in Place or Paste Into. So we will click Paste Into. When we do that, you see it is pasted here. Now you see this, the magic. It will not go out of that area you had selected earlier. Okay, so let's enlarge this by pressing Ctrl T, and let's do it till here, and select it till here, suppose. Okay. And I want this to go a little higher here. Once we have selected, you can see the background is there. Now we can see that, okay, there is a difference between the real, the silver color which it had, and now it is all white. So a lot of people ask me like, oh, do I have to, change it to the original color? And sometimes people, pick it and a color picker and try to change it. You don't have to do any of those. You just select the particular layer where you had pasted it and turn this to multiply. The moment you do that, you see it has picked up hold on for a second, I kind of messed it up. Here you are. And now when we click here, you see we will get all the details as if it is really been painted on this one. Okay, so we did the right side. Let's select the left side now. In the left side again, we do the same thing. We pick the magic wand. Oh, sorry about that. We have to click now. See, there is a difference here. So we clicked the layer. So always make sure you're clicking on the right layer you want to select. So let's do it again. Now we clicked on this portion. We clicked on this one, this one. So we'll start selecting the area we want to select the same way as we did it previously. All right, when we have done this, we do the same thing again. We go to Edit, Paste Special, and Paste Into. Now this time, you will see that it is within this now. Okay, so again, you see this? My door was not selected. Never mind, it's okay. But you can always go to the Windows and you can go to History, and you will see the history of all what you had done before. Magic wand. Okay, here we can just click in here and select all. So that's why you have to be very sure the area you have selected before should be within that particular selection. So I think it should be okay. All right, so let's go to Window and close this. Now let's again go to Edit and Special and Paste Into. You can use Alt Shift Control V. Otherwise you can just go use the menu and you can go ahead. And by pressing, now though I am on a magic wand, but if I press Control, that turns it into the selector. Now you can see I can move it around and I can select this to the area where I have chosen the entire thing. So it's kind of roughly good enough. So Control T again, and I like to enlarge it to the area I want it here. And I'm going to do this. But can you notice this? This is not good. You see, it's here the same. It's like going here, but it's going down here, and it's not the same color. It's not the same band. We don't want that. So we do Control T again, and then we'll just flip it over. And then we can resize it to whatever place we want, whatever height we want. And it's roughly the same. Once again, this is just a rough idea about how you do it. So I think this is pretty close. You see here, you'll see it right here. It's very close to this. So I'm trying to get it very close to this as well. Okay, good enough, I think. And yep, pretty close. Okay, so we do that. We then go, as you remember, we'll go and change the layer to multiply. And there you are. We changed it and we made it. Wow, not bad. So once we have done this, right, we can continue saving a file. So we'll press Control S, or you can just save it from the menu. And then we save the PDF. Now, the benefit of this is that whenever we are opening Photoshop, we can directly go ahead and make changes to this particular model or this particular livery. And let's open up Cal 192. As you know, you remember I told you that you can always save it, and whenever you want, you can call the files. Okay, this was the livery I made for Simuvision Cal 192 aircraft. You'll see it's the same thing. I'm using text, I'm using the logo for Simuvision, I'm using the name, and obviously all the texture. So if I click and unclick this eye icon here, You can see the Cal 192, the registration number or the tail number, both on right and left, is showing and hiding. And if I click this SV, so this SV I put in here in front of the engine calling, and one SV on the right side, right door, one SV on the left side, left door, one on the top of the engine. And this one is interesting. This I wanted Simuvision when the aircraft is flying on the height from like from the ground. You can see Simuvision. Now this is interesting because you see it's kind of an inverted mirror image. So you have to do a little experimentation on this, and so the best way to do that is, of course, either you understand the whole livery of the aircraft, or maybe you can have some, quite observations on your sweet spots on the livery. Like, for example, which side is that black one? Which side is this? Or something like, okay, which side is this mark on the under the the bottom of the aircraft? So try to understand the details on the aircraft. Like, okay, you have this spot. So when you raise it up without what you have put in, and then when you come back to the livery, try to observe that and which side was it, and how you have to put the name or the text. You can always do that. So it's kind of a total experimental thing. So you can do that. So now you understand. I made the entire thing up, and my livery is ready. And you can keep adding whatever you want. I'm pretty satisfied with this. My aircraft looks beautiful, and I'm satisfied. So what I do is, then we go ahead and we save it. You have to save it in the PSD file, and then just save it. For now, I'm not saving it. I already saved it, right? Okay. So let's close Photoshop here. Open this DXT file earlier, right? Now we had opened the DDS file now, okay? So we open, and then you see objects. These are all DDS files, right? And we are in sample here, okay? So let's go down, and you see this sample texture. You remember sample texture PSD file was the one in which we only had put the side texture. We did not put any Simuvision, we did not put any SV logos or anything other than these textures on the sides of the aircraft. So just select this and open it up. Here you are, it opens the entire thing. Now you can see there is nothing else other than the texture, right? There are no SV on the doors, nothing on the tails. So that's what it is. Only you have the texture on the side of the aircraft and the engine calling, and that's what it is. Now, so how to actually put it on your X-plane? It's very simple. So once you have opened your PSD file, go to File and you say Save As, and then just select DDS texture. We're gonna save it as DDS texture, but we're gonna save it in Objects. Don't do anything in here, don't make any changes, and select Fuselage. And there you are. We want to say fuselage DDS already exists. Do you want to replace it? Yes, of course I do want to replace it to a beautiful part of the aircraft, right? With the beautiful texture of the aircraft. All right, we press yes, and it will create and save the DDS texture file. Okay then, let's open Explain. All right. Now, when I open this Explain, I have to go to the setting here, because you won't be able to see anything here. You won't see anything. My OBS will not allow. So I have to come out of the full screen mode to Windows Simulator mode. And now you'll be able to see what I'm doing in here. You see all of them here now? So we open new flight and then customize, and then you can see it shows us sample texture. And well, we had made the changes. We converted into a DDS file. Was in here, it's not showing. When I go to Cal 192, it does show in here. But when I come to sample texture, it does not show me anything here. It still shows, continues to show me fully white aircraft. For now, let's just leave it aside and proceed to start flight. Okay, now you can see this aircraft is loaded. So let's go outside. Wow, look at that. It did show the white, but it has the texture we had actually saved. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's go to the settings. So we'll go to the flight configurator or flight configuration, right? And we go to customize and regenerate, and say regenerate icons. You do that, continue, and it's gonna regenerate the icon. So now you can see it is changing all the icons. Whatever you have already made on the aircraft, it's gonna make the icons again for that particular aircraft to be shown in the starting. All right, it has done that. Now let's go to customize. Nothing happened. Let's close it and open explain again. All right, new flight. Let's go and customize. Wow, look at that. Now you can see that it has made our aircraft here with the because we can see any other of those. It shows us that this is the Cal 192. You see it changed. When we go back, it shows me sample texture, and it did that. Right. So, okay, let's close this. And let's go back once again to our DXT BMP. And in the DXT BMP, let's open. You remember we opened our file here, PSD file called sample texture. Now we know sample texture is the one which has only the texture all around the aircraft, only the sides of the aircraft, not the other details. So we'll just do what? We'll just keep going up, and we go to Cal 192. In this, you see Cal 192 PSD file we had saved and opened up just to show you what all I had made. And let's open this one and there. Wow, now you see, now it all has been loaded as what we had it in our original PSD. Everything is there, the engine calling, the aircraft, underneath the aircraft, on the side of the aircraft, everything is there. And of course, the tail and everything. So all of that is done, and then now it's a file save as and DDS texture, but now we will go back to sample and then in objects, and then we'll save it as fuselage. It already exists. Yes, replace it please. Thank you. All right, all done. Let's close it. Let's open explain once again. Let's see and open a new flight in here now. Okay. What do you think is gonna load? The old one, or it's gonna hold the open the aircraft with the new fuselage, the whole as the one as Cal 192. All right, here you are. It has opened the aircraft in the Cal 192 mode, because you remember we saved it in fuselage DDS with the Cal 192 but we don't have the registration number on the wing here, so the wing file has not updated on this. So let's close this, and we're gonna open. If you see here, our wings DDS, this wings DDS is blank. That means it doesn't have any of our artwork. Nothing is there. Okay, so let's open. Let's go back to Cal 192, and let's open. I made a PSD file called wings PSD. Now you see, we made our sign here, registration numbers on the wing. Now you need to understand once again, see and observe very carefully which part of the wing is above and which part of the wing is under. So you have to see, and then you have to put your text, whatever artwork you want to do accordingly. So it has to match, it has to look good. But I know in this starting you might have a trial and miss, but then you're gonna get it better once you understand that type of thing. Okay, so now as we have loaded this, that was a PSD file. We have to save it as DDS texture. So let's go up. Let's go to sample texture. Let's go to objects, and let's come down to wings DDS. Let's save it. It is saved. Right. Let's open. Let's close this first and open our X-plane. All right, and let's try this flight. Yep, that's the one. All right, the aircraft is loaded, and let's go outside to have a look of our aircraft. We know it was this, and there you are. You can see Cal 192 is the wing is loaded with showing you Cal 192. You can see one under here also. So that is all loaded, and the aircraft is done. So that's how you make the livery and how you save your DDS files. And I hope you enjoy this. Again, very important when you go to the aircraft's configuration or a flight configuration. In there, you're going to customize it. And then in that case, when you see it's showing you all of them listed, and you have a small little button here which says Regenerate Icons. You can click that, you can continue, and when you do that, it's going to take you outside. It's going to create all the icons once again for all the aircrafts, all the liveries available under that particular aircraft. So let it do its job. When it does it, and it's going to come back to the flight configuration mode, and then you have to close your X-plane and open it again, right? If you try to search for your livery icons, it will not show you in this one. So it is a mandate that once you have regenerated the icons, you have to close your X-plane, and you have to open it again. Right, and let's see now. Here you are. See, it says sample texture, and it shows us the complete aircraft with the SV signs and the registration number on the wing, everything. And of course, when we start this flight, and it's going to show us the complete aircraft as you had seen it before. So that rounds up the entire session of how to make your own liveries or how to repaint your aircraft of choice of your own repaint. And I would say one thing, don't stop there. Make as much as you want, whatever you want. You can have an aircraft of your own choice of paint. So enjoy, and please, if you like this video and you find it informative, please do put in your comments. If you don't like anything, just let me know. I like to improvise it. I do welcome your ideas. And also, please like, subscribe to the channel so that we can keep sharing information with you. Don't forget to press the notification bell so that as soon as we come out with a new video, you'll be able to see and learn from it. Thank you very much from Simuvision team. Goodbye.